Welcome to the Augmented Aero User's Guide, a quick guide to help you navigate through the Augmented Aero app. Let's begin. Here on the home page, you'll notice that there's two dots here at the bottom. These dots reference another page to the right to let you know that if you pinch and swipe, there's another page. By the time you get to your version of the app, there may be several more dots to let you know that there's several more pages, but for now there's only two. So we'll go ahead and continue over here to the navigation bar. Now, using your eyes, we'll go ahead and start with the aircraft part, which is the most important part of the section. So if we select, here's the available sections we have now. By the time, again, when you get to your version, if you slide around, there will more likely be more tabs below. So just be sure that you check for that. So if we click on Boeing, here on the left are all our filter options. And then if we continue through here, let's go ahead and select flap slat health check. Now, I won't go ahead and click on all of these because the video will then be too long, but if you look down here on the bottom, you'll see all these little buttons. These buttons are your quick guide to tell you what each one of these bigger buttons do, and they are the same color and the same design to let you know that you're on the right one. So the schematic view is usually the one that I would start with first. So I'll go ahead and open that and just let it do its thing. So we'll move this off to the side and keep note here of this loading wheel that's happening right here in front of us. It says loading model and you see the loading wheel. So just make note of that. Now up here on the top left is our video. You see full window. That's self-explanatory. We don't need to go into that, but let's move over here to the right side. All this information here is likely to change as we get more users or more testers to help decide if what information is relevant, what we should add or subtract. This will grow or decrease depending on you will see more or less. So right now, all of this is copy and paste information from all of the other videos. They should all be the same. So this will change once the app goes live. So right now, pay no attention to the references that you see here. But this should all be relevant to the video that you watch. So schematic view is this here to give you a bird's eye view of what you are going to see when you enter in the immersive view or augmented view. And I would use this before you open either of those two to let you know exactly what you are about to see in this particular instance. So just like the buttons down here at the bottom describe, the immersive view is if you do not have an aircraft readily available, this is where you would start at immersive view. And then if there are multiple immersive views that you have available in this particular video, then you will have an arrow telling you that there are more immersive views to go through. And then once you start going arrow over arrow, 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 then another arrow will appear below that that is a back arrow so that you can go back through them if you need to revisit any of them. Then the augmented view, if I click that one, tells you this is designed to be used on aircraft so that you wouldn't want to open the immersive view while you're on the aircraft, although you could. It probably wouldn't help you any. You would probably bump into walls and things. It probably wouldn't be safe to open that while you're on the aircraft, but you could in theory. But stick with the augmented view. It's going to be far more a much better learning environment. And as you'll see in other videos, it's far more helpful to use the augmented view if you're on aircraft. So I'll go ahead and close this. Also, keep a note for the immersive view, when you open this, because it opens in your full 3D space, just like we're here on the beach, this is my full 3D space, even though I'm in my living room right now. When you open this immersive view, when you saw that loading wheel, like on the schematic view, the loading wheel was right here in front of me. The immersive view doesn't do that because it takes over your whole view. The loading wheel is down at your feet. That's where the 000 XYZ axis starts, at your feet. So when you click immersive view, depending on how fast your internet connection is how long that's going to take. Sometimes, like for example, if I'm tethered to my phone, because your Apple Vision Pro doesn't have Wi-Fi built in, you have to tether it to something. So your phone or Wi-Fi somewhere. When you click that button, you want to look down at your feet, you'll see a loading wheel down there. Sometimes it takes a while, depending on how large the immersive view is. You'll think that maybe it's you didn't click it, and then you'll want to click it again. If you keep clicking it, you're going to crash the app, and then you'll have to force close and start all over. It's never a good thing. So before you click that button again or multiple times, look down at your feet for that loading wheel it'll let you know that yes, the app is doing something. It's just taking a minute depending on how fast your internet connection is. So keep mind of that. And then of course down here again, not every video has all of these buttons. So like for example, this is a 360 view. Obviously here there is no purple button. We don't have a 360 view in this video, but some of them do. And then so not all of these will have everything. So just keep that in mind if you are wondering why you don't have a button in the video that you happen to open. So the aircraft section is the most important one to remember on how to navigate through it. The rest of them are pretty self-explanatory, but we'll go through them just real quick. So let's get into the connection section. Okay, the connection section, without getting into too much detail, I'll do that in another video. The connection section is where you'll go to find the people that made the videos specifically. So much of all of the videos that you saw in the aircraft section can be found in the individual users section. Also, the 3D model section that is here, which also can be filtered, can also be found in that users section. So any of the users that uploaded or made any of their models can be found in their section, so that you know who made it, who made that video. Also in their section, you'll see a 3D button. That button will load their own immersive space. So every user will have their own immersive space. I'm not going to open it now. We can do that in a future video. But for example, Justin's immersive space is like a space station type situation. So in that immersive space, we'll have lots of interactions and other things to do in that space. So like if you go through, let me go ahead and click on it. So like a business, in their business section, all these will look the same. So this is maintenance control, like a maintenance control thing for business. This is probably going to change, but I just have it set up this way for now. Like I put generic airline, so airline maintenance control, which this maintenance controller happens to be Boba Fett. So if you click on that 3D button, it would go to this maintenance control or maintenance controller, I guess, would be his immersive space, which is a very cool control room, futuristic control room. I'll open that in another video, but it's awesome. So would be videos that would be relevant to that control. So like they can make, this maintenance control can make their own videos on like what's going on with their maintenance control, and they could all get together through FaceTime to meet in their maintenance control immersive space. Pretty cool stuff. I'll get into that later, another video, not relevant for this video. Same thing with schools. We have a library. I have castles. What else? There's space stations. I think I have like a laboratory. Tons of other things. I just haven't had time to load them all, but there's lots of other spaces that you could come as a user that's like, say for example, this should be, well, I say should, but I don't know if there's anybody besides just Justin and I that would want to do this, that have Apple Vision Pros that are interested in doing aviation. But our intention, well, I'll get into that in another video. But besides that, So there's lots of things to do here. User pages will probably grow, probably change a little bit, and we'll need people to help figure that out with us as we continue to grow. So user pages will have their own custom, I guess, avatar. It's a 3D avatar. I only have Justin set up here on the side, but you can. There's a whole another space down here below at where his feet are. That's down here, and on the sides, you can take advantage of all kinds of space here to make your own cool page. This is all we have set up right now, just to get this going, prepared for you guys. But it's pretty cool setup right now. If I move this in, you can see the detail. Pretty awesome. This is self-explanatory. This will grow very large. I have probably 100 more models to load in here. I think there's only maybe 12 or 13 in here now. Lots more to add there. And then when other people start loading in their stuff, it's going to get huge. There's a little about us section. And then this is the share play button for FaceTime. And that's it. So hope you enjoy. Let us know in any comments wherever you see this video or any other videos if you would be interested in helping out, joining us for a test flight, which is any testing if you have an Apple Vision Pro, and let us know if there's anything else or whatever. All right, thanks. Bye.